Chance of a lifetime, ladies. Take my word for it.
Is your mother
You know you want to.
Get a life.
The place was almost deserted by the time I got here.
Any witnesses?
Not really. What about these guys? Waste of time. They're on another planet.
Right. Let's get the dogs in. Search the place for drugs.
It's a bad area.
Jump in, I'll take you home.
Fancy a wee drink?
Hey. Hey.
Come on, let's go.
His name's Scott Graham. He's a builder's labourer from Shawlands.
He was also a drug addict.
Figures.
And a practicing homosexual.
Well, it takes all kinds.
Drugs or the fall?
The fall.
Pushed or did he jump?
He probably flew the amount of drugs he consumed.
Sorry to be such a nuisance.
You're not the first middle-aged man to come in here suffering from a mild heart attack.
Middle-aged, you're very kind.
Right, Mr. McVitie. Any idea what brought this on?
Heated argument. Then I felt this tremendous pain in the chest, and that was that. I think it frightened Jim more than it frightened me.
Jim?
Jim Taggart, my chief inspector.
The person you had the argument with?
Yes, he holds these very passionate views on this pure heroin that's being sold on the street.
More deaths are caused by heart attacks, Mr. McVitie. You're going to have to change your lifestyle, I'm afraid. Oh, and steer clear of argumentative chief inspectors for a while.
I have no comment.
Tell us what happened.
No comment.
Found traces of drugs. Nothing substantial.
Do we know what happened to you?
Apparently Scott Graham was knocking back everything on offer. Brain's completely fried.
The boyfriend?
No idea. Everyone was totally stoned out of their minds.
About the party.
Word gets around. Must have been a few gate crashes.
They usually leave via the window. Who's your dealer? Get him a doctor, eh?
Jack. I was on my way to see you. Heard about your problem over the car radio.
It's a little embarrassing.
Yes, well,
You won't be long, will you?
2 minutes. I've spoken to the doctor, Jack, knowing how long these things can take.
I hope to be on my feet in a few weeks.
I think you're being somewhat optimistic. In the circumstances, I feel we must have someone at the helm, someone to man the ship.
Aye.
I'm going to recommend that Taggart be made acting superintendent in your place. Not the perfect choice, I know, Jack, but we haven't got anybody else available at the moment. Still, a few strategy meetings at headquarters should keep him out of your hair.
Superintendent McVitie's had a heart attack. He's in hospital.
A heart attack?
Sometime this morning, that's all I know. Had a hell of a row with Taggart over this heroin problem.
Who's on the cards?
I've been trying to get hold of Mrs. McVitie. She doesn't know about it.
You leave that to J.S. Reed. Carry on with the murder inquiry.
I haven't been to bed yet.
Just show a bit of enthusiasm, eh?
If you're looking for Mr. Taggart, he's not here. Been summoned to headquarters. Be made acting superintendent.
Do you know where she is? No. No, it's all right. Yeah, I'm sorry to have bothered you. I can't get hold of Mrs. McVitie. I've tried everywhere.
Tried the Bearsden Arts Centre.
Art Centre?
That's where you'll find her.
How'd you know that?
Hello? Yes? Mrs. McVitie?
Hello?
Mrs. McVitie?
Yes?
Detective Sergeant Reed, Mary Hill Police.
Yes?
Mrs. McVitie, your husband's been taken to the Glasgow Infirmary.
The infirmary?
We believe he suffered a heart attack.
What happened?
Well, I understand he was having a slight argument with Mr. Taggart.
An argument?
I'm sorry, that was probably the wrong choice of words. Mrs. McVitie? Hello?
contractors can't deliver on time, then we get a local firm. I don't care. My main concern is that this section is finished by the 4th of next month.
My apologies.
Stuart, don't forget we got that bloody Chinese delegation due any day now. You sort something out, won't you? It was an important meeting, Harry.
My car was stolen last night. I've been at the police station.
You should have been here.
Day, date, time, and place. I mean, it's simple enough, isn't it?
I have been up all night, sir.
Yeah, well, don't let it happen again.
That's for you.
G.I. Jardin?
Yeah.
Go home and get a few hours sleepy.
Where? Yeah, we'll be right there.
Savagely beaten with a blunt instrument.
Was she dead before being dumped in the river?
Almost certainly.
Anything else?
I would say she'd had rather a hard life, Michael.
Hard life.
Scars, some of which had received rather crude medical attention. The most recent stab wound, I'd say.
Anna Pulaski. Polish?
Detective Inspector Jardin.
Yes?
It's Anna Pulaski.
She's not in at the moment. If you want to leave a message...
Are you a friend of hers?
A neighbour.
She was found murdered this morning.
Anna?
Could we have a look at her flat?
Yeah.
You shouldn't let him bully you.
It's not Jim's fault. Could have happened at any time.
That's not what I was told, Jack.
Please, Marjorie, that's enough.
I have to get to college.
Who are the others?
Don't know.
Miss Pollock, we'd like you to identify the body later.
I didn't really know her that well.
We have to make sure the body we have is Anna's.
But the photograph...
We have to be certain.
Just concern yourself with getting better. Forget about Jim Taggart.
Jim and I are old friends.
Could I have a word, please, Mrs. McVitie? Mrs. McVitie, your husband needs peace and quiet.
He will be all right.
I need to do some tests. However, I would suggest that any visits be kept to a minimum, particularly from his colleagues. What was that chief inspector's name?
You mean Taggart?
Yes, especially Taggart.
Good morning, Joan.
Mrs. McVitie, this is a surprise. I'm sorry about it.
So am I.
I do hope he's going to be all right.
Early days, Joan.
Well, we're all going to miss him.
I've come to collect his personal things.
Oh, of course. Go right in.
She has no relations as far as we know.
Polish community in Glasgow, have we not?
Yes, sir.
doing sitting in my husband's chair?
Marjorie, I'll be made acting superintendent.
You just couldn't wait, could you?
Wasn't I?
You've always been jealous of Jack. If the truth be known, you engineered this.
Hey, Marjorie.
Hello.
Hello, Jean. Do you want the good news first?
What's happened?
I'll be made acting superintendent.
Wonderful. Oh, well done. You deserve it, Jim.
Well, Marjorie McVitie doesn't think so.
Oh, I don't understand.
Jean, here's the bad news. I've been promoted because Jack has suffered a heart attack.
Oh, dear. Poor Jack. Is he going to be all right?
Oh, aye. I don't know if I'll survive it, but... Listen, Jean. I want you to do me a favor.
I don't think I can go through with this.
How can I help you?
Does the name Anna Pulaski ring a bell?
Anna Pulaski? No.
She was found dead this morning. She'd been murdered.
Poor woman.
I think originally she came from Gdansk.
I know every Polish family in Glasgow. I never heard of Anna Pulaski.
Is that strange?
Well, if I do not know of her, then she didn't want to be known. Paul. Paul, let me introduce you to,
Jackie.
Hello. Paul came over from Poland, especially for Maria's wedding.
It's nice to meet you.
Paul comes from Gdansk.
Would you like to dine?
Why not?
Come on.
Thank you.
What could she possibly have done to deserve that? Would you take me home?
I'm sorry, I'm rather busy. I'll get your car if you want.
No, it's all right.
Give us a ring if you remember anything.
I know this is a 1,000,000 to 1 chance, but do you happen to know a girl by the name of Anna Pulaski?
From Gdansk?
Her body was dragged out of the river this morning. She'd been murdered.
These are terrible times. Ja nie mogę tańczyć z 2 paniami naraz. Ja teraz tańczę z tą. Czekaj, to mam. Tańczę później za to, dobrze? Czekaj. Would you like me to make inquiries when I return? I have connections.
Yes, why not?
Good. You return my favor, Jackie.
Like what?
Oh, you come to the party with me tonight.
What party?
Family. Polish people are great ones for celebrations.
I don't know.
I'll pick you up at 8.
Well, think about it.
Did you tell him anything?
What could I tell him?
going to cost more.
Who cares? Just keep it coming.
Fergus.
Huh?
I hope you don't talk in your sleep.
I never sleep.
Any luck?
No, not really. How about you?
Ellen Pollock identified Anna. Top brass?
Maybe they've given Taggart a chauffeur.
Jordan, Reed, come in. Close the door. Just popped in to see how you're coping.
Well, sir, with Superintendent McVitie in hospital and DCI Taggart.
This murder investigation appears to be painfully slow.
We're having difficulty establishing a motive, sir. That, in turn, has made the investigation more complex.
I don't want excuses.
No, sir.
I want results. This is a chance for you to shine, Jordan.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Reed? Are you up to it?
I've always carried out my duties to the best of my ability, sir.
This investigation reflects on us at headquarters. I'm sure you appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Very well, carry on.
Yes, sir.
What a cheek. When was the last time he investigated a murder?
Forget it. He's got nothing better to do.
Forget it.
Like water off a duck's back.
Well, that's him scrubbed off the Christmas card list.
Thank you. I've collated makes and colours of vehicles parked in the area at the time. There are a few registration numbers which may or may not be correct.
Keep trying.
There's a black taxi mentioned here.
Yeah, that's right. Mrs. Lee Archibald?
Yes.
Mrs. Archibald, this is D.C. Gibson, Maryhill Police Station.
Yes.
Mrs. Archibald, do you own a Golf GTI?
Yes.
Could you tell me where it was parked last evening about 11:30?
No.
No?
My husband borrowed it. He's had his Mercedes broken into so many times.
Can you tell me where I can get in touch with your husband?
Why?
Routine inquiry.
Well, I'll get him to call you as soon as he comes in.
I'll have my husband call you as soon as he gets home, officer.
The black taxi.
Oh, one of the witnesses said he thinks the guy pushing drugs at the party was a cabbie.
How would a witness see that?
Because the guy drove a taxi. Well, you would, wouldn't you?
We found this photo at the dead girl's flat.
If that's the same taxi, you've got a connection with Scott Graham's death.
Check out licensed cab drivers. They all have their photographs in their applications, don't they?
Yeah, sure.
Please don't stay too long.
Gee!
I didn't know what to bring you. I thought they may have put you on a diet or something.
God knows I could use that. Thank you, Jean.
Oh, glad to see you're all right.
Yeah, well, that's the sort of thing that happens to other people, never to yourself.
Yes. Jim was very cut up about it, what happened, the way it happened.
You tell him not to worry.
Marjorie!
I suppose you're here making excuses for your husband.
Well, you know me better than that.
Now it is.
I've always known Jim envied Jack his promotion, but I never expected such underhandedness.
That's not true.
Ladies, please.
You've not heard the last of this. You ungrateful woman. What are you talking about? Well, if you listen, you are the one who should be raised. That's my husband, Marjorie. What are you talking about?
Jim has his faults, but no matter how much he loves his job, he would never sacrifice friendship for promotion.
I'm sorry, but I must ask the both of you to leave.
Look what you've done. I can't even visit my own husband now.
Perhaps it's for the best.
What do you mean by that?
Don't be so silly, Marjorie.
You haven't heard the last of this.
No, I'm sure we haven't.
There's nothing here.
I've gone through the index on the previous 3 drug-related deaths. There's no sign of a black cab.
Go back to 91.
You after a transfer?
Oh, I'm impressed.
So you should be. DC's appraisal interview. Taggart.
Oh, dear.
Rory McLeod, ex-university. Was expelled for possession of drugs. Drives an old black taxi.
There's no present address. Information came through the collator. I checked with him.
Believed assault on a girl with a knife 2 weeks ago.
Dr. Andrews mentioned that Anna had a recent scar.
We've got him.
I've had these calculations checked. We need to change the connection detail. Yes.
Where were you last night?
What's the matter?
The police have been making inquiries.
What sort of inquiries?
They didn't say. What have you been up to, Sam?
Nothing, I swear.
I hope you haven't been getting up to your old tricks again.
Darling, I was with Harry. Must be some mistake.
Well, I hope for your sake there is.
Darling.
I told the police you'd contact them.
Harry? I want you to do me a big favor.
Polish, you say?
Anna Pulaski.
P-A-L-A-S, I remember. She discharged herself.
Discharged herself?
Didn't want to get involved with the police. Something that stemmed back to her childhood in Poland. Strange.
Strange?
The particulars are not on the computer.
Perhaps somebody slipped up.
No. No, I entered them in myself. Doctor, sorry to trouble you.
What is it now, sister?
Do you remember a Polish girl brought in a few weeks ago suffering from a stab wound?
Why?
Her details have been erased from the computer.
There must be a mistake.
I've checked. I wondered if we could have a look at your notes.
We?
Detective Sergeant Reed, Mary Hill Police Station.
This is highly irregular.
Yeah?
Both the hospital and the doctor's records are missing.
Missing?
It's as if Anna Pulaski never existed.
Somebody must have remembered something.
The hospital sister remembers the night that Anna was brought in with a stab wound. Anna said something, that she feared the police more than she feared her attacker. The sister got the impression it was something that stemmed from her childhood.
Have you checked with the Polish community?
Nothing. Although...
Although what?
Nothing.
Is it possible she was at the party?
Her name hasn't come up.
But we know for certain that McLeod was there.
Yeah.
I wonder if there was time.
Time for him to leave the party and kill Anna?
Hmm.
Yes, that's possible.
Anybody I know?
Shouldn't think so. Any luck?
On McLeod?
Yeah.
The Scarlet Pimpernel. We seek him here, we seek him there, we seek him every bloody where.
Keep trying.
Michael, what are you doing here?
I just thought I'd pop in on my way home.
She certainly put up a struggle, considering...
Considering what?
Considering she was pregnant.
Pregnant? Nice trip. Everything go all right?
No problem.
Good.
Going for a pint. Join me if you like.
I'll see you in the morning.
Aye. See you in the morning.
Irina.
Yes?
Irina, this is D.S. Reed. We spoke earlier today.
Oh,
Detective Sergeant Reed.
oh, Jackie.
Yes. Is Paul there?
Paul got called back late this afternoon.
Oh.
Duty in the dance.
Duty?
Police barracks.
Paul's a policeman.
Didn't he tell you?
No. No, he didn't. I'm sorry to have troubled you.
Very nice.
I thought you were going home.
I dropped in at the mortuary.
No wonder you look depressed.
Anna. She was pregnant.
Pregnant?
A couple of months.
Oh, God.
I need cheered up.
Me too.
You fancy a drink?
You don't drink.
I almost forgot.
Come on. I'll buy you a large lemonade if you buy me a large gin and tonic.
Whatever happened to Anna happened. There's nothing we can do about this. How can you be so insensitive? She just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, that's all. I don't believe you, McLeod. Believe what you like, but I'm warning you, don't go shouting your mouth off. Go to hell!
Jean, that damn woman.
Who? Marjorie?
Who else?
You were supposed to smooth things over.
The things that woman said. You may be no angel, Jim, but I wonder the likes of her insinuating that you intentionally brought about Jack's heart attack so that you could take his job.
Listen, Jean. We've both had a hard day. Forget supper. I'll get one of these takeaway things.
Thank you, Naomi. This guy was attacked, beaten up, left for dead. Another guy, a Samaritan who was traveling on the same road, saw him. And his heart was filled with pity.
You all right, mate? I'm all right. Think you should go to hospital? I'm all right, man!
God bless you. Naomi?
For a couple of days.
I've tried all kinds of indices. Social Security, tax office. They all come back the same. Address unknown.
Well, someone's hiding him. Any joy with a taxi?
It's not registered with the district council. No, you've got to admit, it's pretty smart. Jump in the cab, buy your smack, out at the next junction. Certainly has the edge over street corner dealing.
I've got to find out the identity of the other girl in that photograph.
I'd like to use the place.
We'll have to ask Acting Superintendent Taggart's permission.
D.S. Reed. Yes. We'll be right there. A girl's body's just been found in the river.
Campbell, I must be honest with you. Second hip operation for your mother is out of the question.
If it's a matter of money...
Your mother is senile, Mr. Campbell.
I must do what I can.
She's been like this for nearly 3 years. Why put her through all that unnecessary pain when we both know she will not walk again?
The other girl in the photograph.
Died before she was dumped in the river.
Weapon?
Blunt instrument. Possibly a piece of hardwood. There were also minute samples of blood under the fingernails of the right hand.
The killers?
Quite possibly. She put up a desperate struggle.
Nothing, not even a bus ticket.
This one's not pregnant.
I'll let you know.
The photograph connects the two girls and we've got the same MO.
If it is the killer's blood underneath the fingernails, then we're in business.
Blood samples from every suspect.
Everyone. You never know what might turn up.
And if they refuse?
Well, they've got something to hide, haven't they?
Got that? Yeah. Thank you. The body in the river. We've got an ident in the prints.
Well?
Name's Lucy Ferguson. One previous conviction, shoplift in Aberdeen. Last known address, the Sandalwood Refuge.
Do we know it?
A kind of halfway house for women. It's run by a priest, an evangelist.
Hi, could you tell us where we...
I'll try and hear.
Can I help you?
I'm Detective Inspector Jardine. I'd like to speak to someone regarding Lucy Ferguson.
You'd better see Father Doyle.
Go back to the Social Security office. Tell them you know Derek's last address. Play it cool. Don't blow your top this time. See you later, Janet. Let me know how you make out.
This is Detective Inspector Jardine. It's about Lucy.
Lucy? Lucy Ferguson?
Not what you'd call a change of clothing?
Lucy travelled light.
She's not been here for a while, has she?
The refuge is not a permanent address for any of us. Backpack. Did Lucy have her backpack with her?
No, she didn't.
Wouldn't go anywhere without it. It's part of the image, you see. A free spirit.
What about boyfriends?
I don't know his name. I think he might have driven a taxi for a living.
We take in anyone. We're all God's children. I wish I could help you further, Inspector. Quite a few girls stay one night, move on. Sure, I would remember her.
You don't keep a register?
A register? I want to encourage the girls, officer, not drive them away.
McLeod, we have got to find him.
Maybe he's the father of Anna's baby.
More than likely. The telephone number's in the wall.
Wall? What wall?
The hallway in Anna's flat. McLeod's number, it could be there.
No. These are so faint.
Get the wall photographed in sections. Have them blown up.
Oh, damn!
You're making a hard job of that.
Yes, I am, aren't I? Rob, I need a photographer. And I thought the days of chivalry were over. Did you get him to come to 14 Kilmer's Crescent?
I usually get to help old ladies to cross the road. Don't get too many damsels in distress this side of Sauchiehall Street.
Yep, I'll hang on here, eh?
Let me get this straight, sir. You didn't park your wife's car outside the apartment block in question?
I told you. I was with a colleague from work. We were having a drink. The car was parked outside the public house, nowhere near this block of flats you keep referring to.
The car couldn't be in two places at once, Mr. Archibald.
Obviously somebody's made a mistake or given you false information.
What's the likelihood of two cars running around Glasgow with the same registration number?
Are you 100% sure you have the right registration number? Officer, my job is civil engineering. I employ 800 people. I'm a very busy man. Now, if there are no more questions...
The name of your colleague, the one who can verify your story.
Harry Clyde. As in the river.
When I was in trouble, I called to the Lord, and he answered me.
Oh, yes. He answered me.
Lord, save me from these liars and deceivers.
Save me, Father.
Place your soul in the Lord's care, my child.
Anything you say, Father.
Well, I must say that was great.
Wonderful.
And we have had some great meals. What was the name of that restaurant, Harry? The one we never stopped talking about.
Wolfgang.
No, not Frankfurt. Krakow. This restaurant was used by the old communist regime. Well-kept secret. They treated us like royalty, didn't they, Harry?
Yes.
I reckon we must have boosted the Polish economy that night by at least 50%. Mind you, we did have something to celebrate. The company had just completed a $200 million oil refinery for the Polish government 6 months ahead of schedule.
Darling, Susan was there.
Oh.
Why don't we trip the light fantastic?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Harry.
If you keep doing that, we'll have no fire.
Dead man's shoes.
What in heaven's name are you talking about now?
I don't want this promotion, Jean.
It's only temporary. Why don't you sit back and enjoy it while you've got the chance?
You don't understand.
I understand only too well. Michael and Jackie, they're quite capable, you know.
I'm not so sure.
You don't mean that.
Jean, I've got this gut feeling. Something's wrong.
All they need's a wee bit of luck.
Hiya.
Hello there. You were right. Must have been a valve.
I'll give you a lift home.
And they say there's never one around when you want them.
think it was the perfect relationship, wouldn't you?
I don't really care.
Sam's bisexual. You know that?
Sam?
I've covered up for him many times.
Not Sam, surely.
I feel sorry for Lee.
She knows.
He promised faithfully, no more affairs.
So why are you telling me this?
One of Sam's boyfriends died at a party the other night.
Died?
Police have been making inquiries. Sam wants me to give him an alibi. Only this time I'm not sure I'm doing the right thing.
Oh, don't get involved, Harry. Please.
I owe him. If Lee finds out the marriage is over, I can't let that happen.
I've caused you a lot of trouble, haven't I?
No, it's okay. There you go.
Would you like to come in?
I've got to get back.
I've got to go away for a few days. It's my parents' silver wedding anniversary. Perhaps when I come back.
Perhaps. See you around, eh?
Sam, let's split it. Certainly not. This is on me. I insist.
Why all the fuss? Company's going to pay anyway.
What are friends for? Well, cheer up, Susan. It may never happen.
I think we found that black taxi.
The statement here from a Mr. Sam Archibald, managing director of a big civil engineering company. They're building that new office block near the city centre.
Yeah.
Denies being at the party.
So?
He fits the description of Scott Graham's boyfriend. It's just... they're two completely different characters. Doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean, two different characters?
Scott Graham's boyfriend was dressed in a black leather studded biker's jacket. Mr. Harry Clyde, please. Sam Archibald probably still wears long underwear and suspenders to keep his socks up. Mr. Clyde, just the very man I've been trying to get hold of.
McLeod was staying with the girl. He met him a couple of nights ago in a wine bar. Said his name was Jim Taggart.
Taggart? Oh, well, at least he's got a sense of humour.
Her name's Judy. She works for an estate agent.
McLeod.
Hmm?
The man that calls himself Taggart.
Wanted me to put him up for a few nights, that's all.
Why?
He said somebody was after him.
All right?
Yeah. entered the public house about...
9 o'clock. It may have been later, I can't be sure.
How long were you in the pub with Mr. Archibald?
2 hours. It may have been longer. I know we left shortly after 11.
Are you sure about that, sir? I mean, we're talking about last Tuesday night.
If you'd like to check your records, officer, you'll find my car was stolen that evening.
Most of the telephone numbers are the usual collection of local tradesmen. A couple of the written messages are from boyfriends of past residents. But this one is from the Klein Foundation.
Am I supposed to know what that means?
It's a private clinic. Specialises in abortion.
Susan? I'm sorry, Lee. I need to talk.
Well, I'm a good listener. What's troubling you?
I don't quite know how to put it.
Bye. Good morning. Detective Sergeant Reed, Detective Inspector Jardine. Would like to speak to somebody in charge, please.
Harris made a false statement to the police. He gave Sam an alibi the night that he
borrowed my car.
Sam was at a party and somebody got killed.
I know.
Oh, I shouldn't have come. I feel so guilty after all Sam has done for us.
How can I help you?
Well, we'd like some information about a client of yours.
I'm afraid that's not possible. We have strict rules of confidentiality.
This is a murder inquiry.
I can make no exceptions.
If you force me to get a court order, this building will be swarming with police officers within an hour.
Are you threatening me?
I just don't want you to be under any misapprehension.
Name?
Anna Pulaski.
Anna Pulaski. Her first appointment should have been next Thursday.
May we look at the details? Mr. Edward Campbell.
The father, I assume. He was taking care of all expenses.
They need specialized conditions. Majority of my customers don't even know what a grow bag is. I'll be in touch. I can see by the looks on your faces, it's not a wedding. A funeral, perhaps.
Mr. Edward Campbell,
Yes?
tell us about your relationship with Anna Pulaski.
Relationship? What relationship?
Mr. Campbell.
She helped out here in the summer, that's all. I hardly knew her. I have this arrangement with the refuge. Any girls who want to earn a little cash on the side.
With the refuge?
Sandalwood, the halfway house.
You know she was murdered.
Yes. It was a terrible thing. She was such a lovely girl.
You don't seem that concerned, Mr. Campbell. Considering you were the father of the baby.
Ah.
We always seem to be moving house. One town to another.
Here, let me help you.
For years I've kept up the charade to hide Sam's little indiscretions. But in another woman I could have understood. He thinks I don't know about this. He promised, faithfully.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. The charade's over, Susan. No more humiliation. No more recrimination. I'm going to put a stop to this nonsense once and for all.
You arranged an abortion for Anna.
Yes. But I'm not the father.
Then who is?
I've no idea. Anna came to me with the money for the operation. She wanted to be discreet. Anna didn't think she'd be admitted to a general hospital without awkward questions being asked.
Why should she come to you?
All the girls from the refuge come to me. They trust me. I'm like a father figure to them.
Do you remember a girl by the name of Lucy Ferguson?
No.
She was found murdered yesterday.
Euphorbia pulcherrima.
Mr. Campbell?
Commonly known as poinsettia. I wish I could help you further. I really do.
Well, there's just one little thing.
You go on. I'll see you next week. I tried to phone. Then I remembered your pottery classes, Marjorie. I knew that whatever happened, you wouldn't miss those.
Am I supposed to read something into that remark?
Jim wasn't after Jack's job. You put two and two together.
Come to the point.
An olive branch, Marjorie. Look, let's forget this nonsense and start afresh.
It's too late.
No. Definitely not.
It's only a blood sample.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt you.
No.
We need to eliminate you from the inquiry.
So, I'm a suspect.
You said you wanted to help.
Not by giving blood. It's against my beliefs.
Well, perhaps you've got something to hide.
You can think what you like. My answer is still no.
You handled that well.
I can't see any problems on that score, Harry.
Darling, it's me. Listen, I've got to go away for a couple of days. Something urgent's cropped up.
You won't be coming home for a change of clothes, then?
No, there won't be time. I've got an overnight bag in the car. I'll pick something up when I get there.
Yes. I expect you will.
Lee? You still there? She's acting very strange. Maybe you should have taken her to Edinburgh with you. Out of the question, Harry.
Lots of surprises and excitement. Here's the first bit of excitement. Carol Smiley!
Excuse me, Father Doyle.
Try the chapel in the basement.
I don't like this place. Let's get out of here, eh?
What's the matter?
You found me.
Wasn't difficult.
Do you want me to come home?
You've got to pull out of this, Susan.
I told Lee, Harry, I had to.
You told Lee what?
I didn't want you getting into trouble.
What did you tell us, Susan?
That you gave Sam an alibi for the other night.
You've just killed a marriage. You realize that?
You could go to prison, and I just couldn't go through all that again. I couldn't.
Our congregation are young people, Inspector. We find they relate more to icons of the 20th century than to stained glass windows.
Would you call that a 20th century response?
Father Doyle's a firm believer in the cold turkey treatment for drug addiction.
Do you really believe that?
There's nothing wrong with Sarah. By taking her out of isolation, you've undone Father Doyle's good work.
Where is he?
On the streets, comforting the sick and homeless.
And where exactly is that?
You'll find him near Central Station. Whatever you think, Inspector, he's a good and caring man.
He's supposed to be a man of God. How can he be involved in all this?
We don't know that he is.
I'd like to lock him up. Give him a taste of his own medicine. Do you know, I don't think he'll ever forget the sight of Sarah in that room.
Don't let this cloud your professional judgment, Jackie.
There he is. There.
Get in.
When these officers wanted to question you about Anna, you denied knowing her.
Some girls only stay a few days. I don't get involved unless they have a problem.
2 girls who were murdered stayed at the refuge. A third, Sarah Stevenson, witnessed another death. And then she discovered chained up in your cellar. How do you explain that, Father? So it's just coincidence?
Why not? Life is full of coincidences.
And you're full of shite.
Perhaps it's because you're not a real priest at all.
I don't know what you mean.
Michael Delaney, born Dublin, 2nd of March 1953. Do you want me to go on?
I am a priest. I have diplomas.
Some Mickey Mouse course you took in the States?
Are you questioning my faith?
I'm questioning your antecedents. You've been the subject of several indecent assault complaints. One attempted rape.
Complaints that have never been proved.
I want a blood sample from you.
I have nothing to hide.
Don't lose sight of the fact you're investigating a murder.
I know what I'm doing, all right?
You've got no hard evidence, Michael. It's all circumstantial. Look, the public can be funny about Vickers and religion. If you get it wrong, they'll crucify you.
I've checked Doyle's alibi for the night of Anna's death. It's a bit thin.
Lucy?
Nothing that would stand up in court.
Ring the laboratory first thing in the morning. Tell them to forget the other DNA tests. Go for this one. All down to you, pal.
What time do you call this?
Little papers to sign, Jean. Ah, I'll get the hang of it.
You don't fool me, Jim Taggart. I've known you too long.
And how are we feeling this morning, Mr. McVitie?
Fit as a fiddle. In fact, I've never felt better.
Yes, well, you obviously needed the rest.
You look as if you could do with some rest yourself, Doctor.
Nurse, I'm taking a couple of hours off, so bleep me if there's an emergency.
Yes, Doctor.
Morning. Or should I say afternoon?
Have you heard from the lab yet?
No, you better go over there and shake them off.
Okay, right, thank you. You had a phone call from Gdansk about 20 minutes ago.
Gdansk?
Paul, somebody. He's coming over tomorrow. Wants you to pick him up at the airport. He's got some information for you.
Who else knows about this?
Nobody. I was just putting in the message book when I took this other call. Did I do something wrong?
That'll be a little secret.
Sure. Whatever you say.
Lucy's backpack. It's been found. Paid in £800 a few weeks back into the bank account.
No, just didn't think that on the Social Security.
Another 600 a few weeks before that.
So, a duty-free receipt. Okęcie Airport. That's Poland, isn't it?
Hello there. How are you? Good to see you. What have you got there?
Hello. We spoke on the phone. Yes. We're making inquiries about a murder victim, Lucy Ferguson.
Terrible affair.
She had an account at your branch.
Yes.
We'd like to examine it, please.
Yes?
Anna, now Lucy.
Who are you?
This is going to cost you more than you ever dreamed of, Doctor.
Please. I can't afford to pay any more. My wife is already suspicious.
Well, I'm sure we can come with some arrangement. I'll be in touch.
Don't do anything silly.
No large cash amounts deposited until the last 6 months.
She could have had accounts with other banks.
Yeah. Well, thanks for all your help, but it doesn't take us any further.
What about the other account? Miss Pulaski's? I'm sorry. I took it for granted you knew.
Exactly the same pattern as Lucy's. Regular large cash deposits.
Different dates.
What is this exactly?
It's a standing order for a deed box we hold in the vault.
Deed box?
Personal things. Security. No, no. I don't have a key. You'll have to obtain a warrant from a magistrate if you wish to force it open. Thanks very much. That's fine. Thank you. There we are.
Family heirloom?
Probably. Grandparents.
The cross of military virtue. Oh, good heavens. Henry Pulaski. 1st Polish Division, 3rd of March, 1940.
You know Polish?
I know medals. It's a hobby of mine.
This is a marriage certificate.
Been collecting military medals, oh, since I was a boy.
Costello. It's impossible. Make it possible.
You don't know what you're asking.
The police would love to know about you and Anna. It's too risky. Just get me in there. Leave the rest to me.
We're looking for a Dr. Costello.
Oh, yes. I saw him in the basement a few minutes ago. Try the pharmacy. I think that's where he was headed.
Right, thanks.
I demand to know what's going on here.
We found this marriage certificate in a deed box belonging to Anna Pulaski. It names you as the husband.
I can explain. Such a fool.
Go on.
was a student at medical school. Money was tight. I was offered £800 to go through this marriage of convenience.
Things were that bad?
It seemed an easy way to clear my debts. We met a few minutes before the ceremony. She disappeared as soon as it was all over. I was assured the marriage would be dissolved within a few months.
She wanted British citizenship.
When was the next time you saw Anna?
When she was brought into casualty, she came in with McLeod and another girl.
Lucy Ferguson?
Yes. Anna recognised me. The following morning, I got a telephone call from McLeod telling me the marriage had never been dissolved.
Good old-fashioned blackmail, eh?
He asked for £10,000. I told him I couldn't afford it. He didn't take any notice.
Is that why he was here today?
He wanted me to get him into the pharmacy.
Drugs.
Two people that were involved in blackmailing you are now dead. Don't you think that's a bit of a coincidence?
I don't take lives, I save them.
Suspects believed to be breaking into vehicles.
Let's go.
Well, no, we need Kershaw Road.
Move it. Right. You're Senegal. Come on, let's go.
You can go home.
You're not off the hook yet. There's still a lot of unanswered questions.
My job?
Well, we're sending the facts to the PF's office. There's no reason why you can't continue to work at the hospital.
Thank you.
We've just pulled in two youngsters for attempting to steal a car. We've admitted 20 other car-related offences, including stealing Harry Clyde's BMW.
We'll want to see you again sooner rather than later. So don't go disappearing off the face of the earth.
Just joyriding, try to pick up some girls. I saw this girl taking a shortcut to a car park. Just thought we'd have a wee bit of fun.
Fun? Is that what you call it? And the girl ran away?
Aye, I think so.
Right, I want a full statement. Everything. You understand?
Where did you say you stole the BMW from?
From behind the Caledonian University.
Show me exactly where. The statements I took from Lang and Casey. There's a discrepancy.
Discrepancy?
With the statement from the owner of the BMW.
Harry Clyde?
Clyde says he left the car in a side street near Strathclyde University. Lang insists he stole the car from behind the Caledonian University.
You checked with the other lad?
Yeah.
Well, if they're telling the truth, that means that Clyde's car was in the vicinity of where Anna's body was found.
So how did it go today? Did you go and see Jack?
When will dinner be ready?
When you finished that job.
I got a visit from the Assistant Chief Constable.
Oh, that was nice.
He told me off.
Why?
Marjorie complained.
About you?
Aye, wasn't doing my job properly.
That woman, she's beyond me.
Funny thing is, he asked about you.
But me?
Aye, as if he knew you.
Oh, well, we do have a lot in common, Alistair and I.
Alistair? Am I missing something here?
The centenary dinner last November, you were called away.
Oh, aye. There was a drunk found dead in a close over in Queen's Park.
Well, you left me on my own. Alistair came over, introduced himself. He sympathised.
You didn't tell me about this.
Well, you probably took no notice, but then you never do.
Well, I'm listening now.
I was the centre of attention. We chatted for a long time. He was interested in my book. Oh, I remember the looks I got from the other women. Marjorie's nose was certainly put out of joint, I can tell you.
Well?
Don't you see?
What are you talking about?
That's what this business is all about. It's nothing to do with you and Jack.
What are you doing back in town?
Oh, I had a meeting. Thought I'd pop in and see who's around. So who's around, eh?
Corner is all wrong. You'll have to rebuild the whole section and try and get it right this time, eh, lad?
Good morning. Can I help you? Yeah, we've got 2 youngsters in custody. We admit to stealing your car.
Good. I hope they go down for a very long time. Isn't that what you say?
Mr. Clyde, in your statement, you said that your car was stolen from the back of Strathclyde University.
Yeah.
Positive about that?
Yeah.
Should these kids, youngsters, insist that they stole it from behind the Caledonian University?
They may well be telling the truth. I don't honestly know one university from another. I don't know Glasgow that well. I've only lived in Scotland a few months.
The BMW, is that a company car?
Yeah.
Would anyone else have a set of keys for it?
It's possible, of course. Is there a reason for all the questions?
Nah, just trying to clear up an ambiguity, that's all.
I see. And you think that...
You might have seen someone hanging around? Something suspicious?
If you do remember anything, you let us know, eh?
Yeah. Cool. Come on, lad.
Harry Clyde.
Yeah?
He said he's only lived in Glasgow for the last few months. Wonder where he lived before.
I could find out.
Nah, forget it. Just clutching at straws. Get Rob to check the statements. Give him something to do.
Don't you think you should let up on him a little?
I want you to concentrate on trying to capture McLeod. Rob! Where did this come from?
Parcel post?
Is there something you want to tell me, Michael?
No. Someone's certainly trying to tell me something. I'd like to bring to your attention Sam Archibald.
We'd better bring Taggart up to date.
He's at headquarters. Strategy meeting.
Is that what they call it? That was Archibald's secretary. She was a bit cagey. He's making his way back from Edinburgh.
Couldn't you contact him on his telephone?
No, but he's to be back on site before o'clock. He's meeting some Chinese delegation.
Do you have his home address?
I'll soon find it.
Jim. Jim, how are you?
Oh, hello, sir.
Hamish. Call me Hamish. God, I haven't seen you since...
Disciplinary board, 89. They reprimanded me for not signing some official form or other.
Water under the bridge. You've made it. That's what counts. Next rung on the promotional ladder, eh, Jim? Don't be so serious. Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy myself.
Learn to relax. This is basically a social meeting. A chance to get together, have a few drinks, talk politics.
I've got 2 murder investigations and a suspicious death on my hands, and I've been summoned here for social bloody chit-chat. So you're telling me?
And you have subordinates to deal with that sort of thing?
Sorry, who are you?
I'm a friend of Lee's.
Well, she's not answering the door.
Oh, my God.
Hello?
Well, it looks as if she was hit over the head with something heavy, dragged onto the landing and pushed over.
Could it be linked with the other killings?
Copybook.
Susan has something to tell you.
Go ahead.
Well, it certainly sheds new light on things.
Why would Archibald murder his wife?
So, the lab have a DNA result.
Well?
They've cross-referenced the sample with blood from the fetus. Come up with the father's identity. Father Doyle.
I'll head off, Taggart.
Rob, will you wait here until a woman officer arrives?
Where are you going?
I have to go to the airport, remember?
Of course. The pole.
When your mama says you're not to touch the cooker, you've got to take notice.
Why would you give me 5 minutes?
Suffer little children.
Why didn't you tell us you were the father of Anna's baby?
You're kidding.
No, no mistake. The blood tests proved positive.
Why didn't you tell me?
Maybe she did tell you.
I swear I didn't know.
You're a bloody fraud, mister.
A final call for Transworld Airlines and vessel flight 771 to Chicago and San Francisco. Passengers for this flight should proceed through passport control
You don't have a cigarette?
Why didn't Anna tell you about the baby?
There's a lot of unfinished work here at the refuge. It would have meant giving everything up. Anna knew that. She knew what being homeless means.
She had her own flat. Several £1,000s in a bank account. I don't think we're talking about the same girl here.
What was Anna involved in?
I don't know. I don't honestly know.
No more bullshit. The truth.
So nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
I didn't make a good impression last time, did I?
No. No, you didn't.
Jackie. You see something bad?
No, it's just somebody. It's just a face.
God, forgive me.
The truth.
Anna was a drugs courier.
What about Lucy? He supplied girls from McLeod.
You don't realize what the upkeep of a place like this costs. We have no sponsors or charity status. It's imperative the work of the refuge continues.
At any price.
I hope you rot in hell.
And McLeod?
Back in the #1 spot.
What about Lee Archibald?
Haven't figured that out yet.
Thanks. You didn't think I would remember about Anna Pulaski? You have a serious look, you know? Seems like you have a case here.
Let's just see, someone's going to get one hell of a surprise.
What happened?
I was mistaken for someone else. How was Amsterdam?
So?
McLeod's picked up a girl at the airport. He's making his way towards Glasgow in a red Mini with a white roof.
The girl, do we know her?
Over.
You have a problem?
I'm not the one with the problem. Sorry, sir, your transmission was cracking up.
Do we know the girl's identity?
Her name's Ellen Pollock.
Ellen Pollock. Has she come up in inquiry?
Yeah. And I know where they'll be heading.
Stay well back, Jackie. Let us take care of it.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Do you think we're being followed?
We're just not taking any chances, that's all.
Don't you think this is getting a little tedious, Jean? If you've come here to apologize...
I should have realized a long time ago what this nonsense is about.
Nonsense?
It's nothing to do with Jack's illness.
What on earth are you talking about?
Well, I was getting all the attention, wasn't I, Marjorie?
Could you be a little more precise?
The centenary dinner last year. The assistant chief constable spent quite some time chatting with me, admiring what I'd achieved, the book I'd published.
Soliciting sympathy.
Is that how you saw me, Marjorie? A middle-aged cripple on the make, flaunting a disablement for all his wealth just to further her husband's career.
Your words, not mine.
Home truths, Marjorie. That's all I want. Home truths.
Ellen! Michael, what are you doing here?
Inside.
Don't lose it. His destination is more important than his arrest at this stage. Understood? Over.
Understood.
Tell me what's wrong.
How long have you been a drugs courier for McLeod?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't lie to me!
I'm not.
Then tell the truth.
I can't.
McLeod doesn't give a damn about you.
It was going to be my last trip.
Anna and Lucy?
They tried to quit. We all tried to quit.
Well, where's McLeod taking the drugs? Now, we can go back to my car, and you can be interviewed by Chief Inspector Taggart. It's all one to me. But don't expect any sympathy from him.
A garden centre. He's taking the drugs to a garden centre.
Campbell.
Yes. Wish they'd hurry up.
It is drugs, isn't it?
Maybe.
It is drugs. I know about these things.
So what about Anna? What's this important information you have, or was it all just a ploy?
You don't trust me, do you?
Why didn't you tell me you were a policeman? Why the sudden disappearing act without even a phone call? Why, Paul?
We've lost McLeod.
Follow us.
The reason I've stayed in business for so long, because I never take any chances.
Eddie, I want out. I mean it this time.
Too many people are dying through this shit.
This shit will make you a millionaire.
I don't care anymore. Pay me off, and I'll be on my way.
We had a nice little thing going. And you had to moonlight.
Mother thinks you should lie low for a while, Rory. Let things cool down. You didn't seem to realize it, Eddie. But I'm a fugitive. That's because you've been very careless.
Mother has always said...
It's crazy.
You know that. You've become too much of a liability. I'm in no mood to be messed about. Where are the drugs?
But you've got the wrong man. I don't even know what heroin looks like. I run a garden centre, for heaven's sake.
Paul! Remember you're a guest in this country.
Oh, you bastard. It's here somewhere, Michael.
So does a dummy.
But Cloud couldn't have dropped off. There wasn't enough time. It's here. I know it's here. Jean. When Jean first had to have a wheelchair, I kept chucking her in. She told me not to fuss.
How do you mean?
You've caused a lot of deaths in this town. The courts won't forget it, and neither will I.
Sir. This is Paul Smiravinsky. He's a policeman from Gdansk.
Hello.
Tell me about Anna.
Anna helped me recruit other girls, mostly from the refuge.
Campbell's idea?
His mother's, actually.
His mother?
She used to run a high-class brothel long before this. Hoarded away a lot of money she couldn't declare. Set up Eddie in the garden centre. Tried to make a respectable businessman of him.
And where did you come in all this?
I had the contacts and she had the cash. It was as simple as that.
Excuse me. I'd like to make a statement about the night of Scott Graham's death.
Where were you the night Anna was killed?
I dropped Anna off at the Polish church. She got all religious. She didn't want Father Doyle to know about the...
About the baby?
Aye. Then I went to Fergus Carey's party. Carey was an old customer.
What time did you leave the party?
When the kid went through the window.
I remember Scott was having an argument with this guy. The guy was jealous that Scott had been sleeping with somebody else. Scott kept ribbing him about it. They were stood by the window at the time. Scott had been on everything that night. He was completely off his nut.
Did you know the man?
I mind he was wearing black leather gear and black polo neck. Getting on a wee bit for that kind of gear, I thought.
Could you put a name to the face?
I think it was Sam.
Sam?
Yeah, that's right. Because that's what Scott kept teasing him about. Don't you ever let up? Can't you play another tune, Sam?
Sam?
A fight for love and glory, a case of do or die.
Yeah, it was Sam. I'm sick and tired of the mistrust. That's what he said. And he went through the window.
An accident?
Yeah, an accident.
I could have left the party early, picked up Anna and killed her, but I didn't.
Lucy?
We had a row outside the pub. She stormed off.
Yeah, and 10 minutes later, she was dead.
Coincidence?
I didn't kill either of them. Why should I?
Hey, listen. What made you use my name?
I saw your name in the newspaper. You warned against the dangers of taking drugs. I thought it would be ironic.
Ironic? With the luck I've been having lately, son, it was a bad choice.
McLeod? He'd only sell to people he knew. People with money.
Sir, Scott Graham's death. It was an accident.
So you're going to tell me all the others were accidents?
Sir?
I think you should read this, sir.
Do you have personal knowledge of this?
Aye.
A simple yes will do. Don't patronise me.
It says here she died in prison.
Food, medical care. It's not very good in prisons in Poland.
I've had enough bloody lies. Let's get this sorted out once and for all.
I've been doing some soul searching. I realize I've been very silly. A fool, Jack. I was so wrapped up in myself. I've neglected you. I've blamed everyone else. What poor Jim must think of me, I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do with you.
No. Nothing's going to happen to me. Is it, Doctor?
It's all right. You can stay if you like, Miss McBitty.
Problem?
No,
Bypass.
not exactly.
Well, what do I need?
As you know, our company is at the frontier of technology and design. Our total expenditure on research and development over the last year has been some £20 million. And our contribution to the rebuilding of industrial sites in Eastern Europe has been acknowledged as an outstanding success. So, Miss Glenn of our sales and export department will show you to the hospitality suite. Thank you all very much for your attention, and I do hope to see you later. Thank you. Thank you.
I want you to stay. Your wife was found murdered earlier today.
That can't be true.
She was killed by the same person who killed 2 young girls.
Why? Why should anyone want to kill her?
Because she could break your alibi. She had to be silenced.
Isn't that right, Harry?
What are you implying?
You remember Detective Paul Smoravinsky? He was one of the officers that dealt with the arrest of your daughter, Karen, for smuggling heroin into Gdansk. Harry wasn't alibying you in the night of Scott Graham's death, Mr. Archibald. You alibied Harry. Isn't that true, Harry?
Why? Lee wouldn't have said anything.
I had to get lucky sometime.
It was McLeod. He gave Karen the gift box at Hong Kong airport. He asked her to deliver it to Anna's hotel in Gdansk.
Karen was a fun-loving kid. She loved to travel. Meeting McLeod cost her her life.
I know why you killed Anna. Why you tried to kill McLeod. Lucy.
Karen and Lucy were at college together. It was Lucy who introduced her to McLeod.
I can understand your motive, but you shouldn't have taken the law into your own hands.
Do you trust me now?
Why didn't you tell me you were a policeman?
Did I have to?
No.
You see, we don't have very good, how to say...
Reputation?
I wanted to get to know you better first.
Well, you can start by buying me dinner tonight.
We should have checked up on Harry Clyde earlier.
There's a lot of things we should have done.
We might have saved Lucy's life. Maybe even Lee Archibald.
We weren't to know that Harry Clyde had a daughter that died in a Polish prison.
But we should have known. We should have found out earlier.
Michael, you're not to blame.
I was placed in charge of this investigation. I made mistakes.
Well, if you made mistakes, then I made mistakes. You say that Taggart made mistakes for not supervising as he should have. Chief Superintendent Anderson for not monitoring.
I was the man on the ground. It's got nothing to do with supervision. I screwed up.
Jack.
You should have given them a feed. A little fertilizer.
Well, there's no shortage of that around here.
Dr. Costello says I'm to take plenty of exercise and get my handicap down, then I'll be as fit as a fiddle.
Huh?
It was a warning, Jim.
So you're coming back?
Off home?
Aye. Off home.
Marjorie. She's sorry, Jim. She tends to get a bit emotional. Perhaps we should all have dinner together like the old days.
Aye.
When things have settled down.